Translate this and my salary is yours. Her reply shocked the millionaire. The conference room was silent. Every executive sat frozen as the foreign client slid a document across the table. A contract written in a language no one could understand. The Millionaire CEO, Richard Hale, looked around in frustration. Millions of dollars were on the line and no one dared speak. Then, from the corner, a soft voice said, "I can translate it, sir." Everyone turned. It was Maya, a quiet janitor who'd just finished cleaning the hallway. The CEO raised an eyebrow. "If you can really translate this," he said arrogantly, "my salary this month is yours." Laughter echoed around the room. But when Maya began to read, every word she spoke changed the air in that room. By the time she finished, the millionaire's expression wasn't pride, it was shock. Because what she revealed wasn't just a translation. It was a secret he was never meant to know. Richard Hale, CEO of Hale Corp International, was known for his arrogance as much as his success. A self-made millionaire, he had built his empire from nothing, or so he claimed. That morning, he was hosting foreign investors from Japan, hoping to close a deal worth $20 million. Everything was going perfectly until one investor, Mr. Tanaka, handed over a final contract written entirely in Japanese. "Translate this," Tanaka said. His face unreadable. Richard froze. His translators had already left for another meeting and his executives looked terrified. "We'll have it translated by morning," Richard stammered, but Tanaka frowned. "If you can't understand it now, maybe we talk with another company." The tension in the room was unbearable. Then came a gentle voice from behind. "Excuse me, sir. I can translate." It was Maya, the janitor who worked the night shift. She held her mop awkwardly, eyes downcast. The executives snickered. "You," one of them mocked. Richard leaned back in his chair, smirking. "Fine, translate this, and my salary this month is yours." Gasps filled the room. His monthly salary was more than most people made in 10 years. Maya looked up slowly, her expression unreadable. "I'll hold you to that, sir." She walked to the table, placed the contract under the light, and began reading fluently, perfectly. Each word carried precision and confidence. The investor's eyes widened. She wasn't just translating, she was explaining nuances, idioms, and even legal phrasing with ease. When she reached the final page, her voice trembled slightly. "Sir, this contract, it's not what you think." Richard frowned. "What do you mean?" Maya took a deep breath. "This agreement transfers your company's patent rights permanently. You would have lost everything." The room went dead silent. For a moment, no one moved. Then Tanaka, the investor, began to clap. "Very impressive, miss." "Maya," she said quietly. Tanaka smiled. "You saved your company today." Richard's face turned pale. "How did you know Japanese?" he demanded. Maya hesitated, then said softly, "I used to be a translator. Before I lost my husband." She told them her story, how she once worked at an embassy, fluent in 5 languages, before a tragic accident left her alone and broke. She'd taken the janitor job to survive. The executives who had laughed earlier lowered their eyes in shame. Tanaka, deeply moved, said, "Your company is lucky to have someone like her." But Richard wasn't moved. He was shaken. He'd almost lost everything to his arrogance. Still, his pride fought back. "You exposed my mistake in front of clients," he snapped. "That's not respect," Maya simply replied. "Respect is earned, sir, not bought." Her words cut deeper than any insult could. Tanaka interrupted before things could escalate. "I would like to offer her a position with my firm in Tokyo." The room gasped again. Richard's jaw tightened. The woman he had mocked was now being courted by his most important client. Later that evening, Richard found Maya sitting outside the building, her mop beside her. Staring at the city lights, he approached quietly. "You could have taken that offer. Why didn't you?" Maya smiled faintly. "Because I don't need a title to know my worth," he sighed. "I owe you my company. And my salary." She looked at him, amused. "Keep your money. Use it to pay someone who's still invisible like I was." Her words struck him like lightning. For the first time in years, Richard felt humbled. He realized how many people he'd ignored, the ones who worked quietly in the shadows. While he stood in the spotlight. The next morning, Maya received an envelope at her locker. Inside was a handwritten note. "From now on, you're Halicorp's new director of communications, if you'll accept." Beneath it was another note, in Richard's handwriting, "I finally understand the value of words because yours changed everything." Maya smiled through tears. Sometimes the people we underestimate the most are the ones who carry the wisdom, strength, and grace that no salary can measure. If this story touched your heart, share it to remind the world that true intelligence, humility, and kindness don't wear expensive suits. They carry mops, clean halls, and still speak truths worth millions.